We need politicians to care more about doing something and less about being something.
Can Chris Christie ever be accepted as the leader of the divisive Republican Party? When it comes to Chris Christie, Republicans have an identity crisis. The GOP have many potential candidates in its corner. Recent polls show Chris Christie has 24% of the vote. Rand Paul is at 13%. Paul Ryan is at 11%. Ted Cruz at 9%. Marco Rubio at 9%. And Rick Perry at 7%. Regardless of the numbers, many members of the GOP are reluctant to embrace Christie as their leader. What is it about Chris Christie the Republicans are afraid of? Chris Christie is a charismatic, passionate Republican governor in a very Democratic state. He was elected into one of the worst performing states in the country, having the 7th highest unemployment rate and slow economic growth. Since then, over 100,000 private sector jobs have been created. Property taxes and business taxes have been slowed, and 10-year and pension reforms have cut budgets statewide. In his recent election to chairman of Republican Governors Association, he took 57% of women votes, 51% of Hispanic votes, and 32 Democratic votes. Totaling in 61% of the vote, he may be what the GOP needs to challenge a Democrat as popular as Hillary Clinton, with a sweeping Democrat vote and a united party backing her up.
On the Republican ticket for president, I doubt it very much. He's too liberal for them.
I feel like he's one of the better candidates out of the Republicans here as of now. I don't think they have anybody else of his caliber.
I certainly think he probably has the educational background and intellect to be a successful president of the United States.
I absolutely think so. He definitely has proven leadership experience, especially during Hurricane Sandy.
During the tragedy of Hurricane Sandy, he accepted the help of Obama in the rebuild and gave him several tours through the wreckage. Not only that, on the topic of gay marriage, Christie was considered inconsistent with his and conservative values. He implied he opposed it but formally supported it. Many Republicans are willing to look past this and see a real hope for the 2016 ticket. A local member of the Republican Party had this to say.
Many Republicans see how important it is to present the united party for the 2016 presidential election. Should Chris Christie be nominated, I'm confident he will be supported by the party members.
Historically speaking, bipartisan leaders have been very effective in getting legislation through Congress. Hillary Clinton had an unremarkable tenure as Secretary of State, but despite that, she remains in high regard in the Democratic Party. However, most Republicans think the country is ready to move away from Democratic rule in light of the recent administration.
He is by far the most accepted Republican candidate by the Democrats. His acceptance of Obama administration leadership may lead him to pick up all the shaky Democratic votes.
We feel that once Americans are made aware of his accomplishments and his abilities, he will be elected president in 2016.
Chris Christie may be what this nation needs. A leader with tough, no-nonsense conservative economic policies and liberal social policies. Is the Republican Party willing to swallow its pride and put its best foot forward?